The Radio Memories Network is brought to you in part by Liberated Syndication, podcast publishing made easy, libsyn.com. That's libsyn.com.
Thrillers, thrilling mystery, espionage, and political intrigue? Step into the world of action and psychological twist. Join us as we go back to the early days of radio and our imaginations with our featured thriller presentation.
Episode 9, Free for All. Under constant surveillance, number 6 can trust no one. The regime seems to want 6 to stand as an election candidate to be number 2.
Evening, number 6. Enjoying a relaxing stroll?
I was.
I'm the new number 2.
Who is number 1?
Now. You know, we really should have a chat.
What's on offer? Another trip to the moon?
Something a little more down to earth.
What was that?
What was what?
Are you seriously telling me you can't hear that?
Oh, that? Aren't you a member?
A member of what?
The VRA, brother.
VRA. Surprise me.
Village Rifle Association. Want to join?
You allow guns in the village?
Well, sure.
Aren't you worried someone might use one to fight their way out?
They're used under strict supervision. We like our citizens to have a full range of self-expression. Want to come and see?
Why not?
Hop in.
Okay.
Well done. Not bad. Try again.
Okay.
Don't grip it too tightly.
Of course. Sorry.
Lean in, breathe out slowly, and squeeze the trigger. Right. Now let's reload, shall we?
Impressed?
What are you up to?
I believe you were quite the crack shot in your day.
In my day?
A dead shot.
No comment. It's in your files, surely.
I was hoping we could chat over old times. Files are files, but real information comes from, begging your pardon, the horse's mouth.
Well, you can lead me to water, but...
Ah, very droll.
Not very impressive.
What isn't?
Your first try. Still, you're new here, so perhaps it's worth my time to make a few things clear.
Really?
Yes. It might save you some bitter disappointment further along the line. I mean, you could gather all this from the files, but I'm happy to give it to you straight from the horse's mouth.
Oh, do proceed, number 6.
To recap, I won't be pushed, stamped, debriefed, or numbered. My life is my own. I'm not a number, I'm a person. And you won't hold me here. I'm going to escape. And when I do, I'm going to come back and wipe this place off the face of the earth. Did you get that? That's a matter of opinion. Democracy?
What number, please?
The number of this place is 6.
What is your number?
There's something wrong with my television. Get me the maintenance department.
What is wrong with your television, number 6?
It won't stay switched off.
You mustn't switch off your television.
Why not?
Switching off your television is not good for democracy.
What?
And today is a beautiful day for democracy. Good morning, citizens. Stand by for a party political broadcast on behalf of number 2.
Good morning, citizens. I am the new number 2. And for the good of you all, I want it to stay that way. In the coming election, I shall be asking for a strong mandate to continue as we are. Strong, secure, happy. Free from the malign influence of outsiders. Free from the poison of radical and reckless ideas. Now, I'm speaking to you today to set out my vision for continued life and happiness in the village. I'm aware there may be some of you who may have many different voices and views in the debate that is to come. Good morning, number 6. And how are you on this beautiful morning?
I don't believe I said come in.
Don't you? Fascinating what we believe, is it not?
It's not a question of belief. It's a question of fact.
Oh, if you say so, if you say so. I haven't come here for an argument.
You can leave any time you like.
Quite the opposite, in fact. Oh, this bit's good. I have come to know many of you, and am pleased to say that I can even call some of you friend. Oh, did you like that part? The human touch.
What's it going to be this time? More brainwashing? More fake journeys to London?
You still think we fake things? Oh, do you think they put too much makeup on me? I was worried about the light showing up unnecessary wrinkles and blotches.
So, you're having an election, are you?
That's right.
A democratic election?
What other kind is there?
A rigged election?
Oh, number 6, the very thought.
You think you might not win?
At the moment, I know I'm going to win.
Yes. They do say a confident candidate plays well with the electorate.
Oh, it's not just that. It's just a question of fact, as you so succinctly said just now.
So, it's rigged. Am I supposed to be surprised? Outraged?
Aren't you?
I'm bored with your tricks.
Disillusion with the democratic process, huh? Oh, that's terribly bad for democracy, you know.
There is no democracy here.
I agree.
Then what?
Not until there's at least one more candidate.
Vote for number 2! Vote for 2! Vote for 2! Vote for 2!
And if it doesn't stay off this time, I'll put my foot through it.
I'll overlook that in the interests of democracy.
Surely putting your foot through a television screen is an expression of free will. Isn't that what democracy is all about?
I see you have an interest in politics.
See what you like.
But should freedom allow us the freedom to destroy? To create anarchy and instability?
You tell me, you're the politician, apparently.
Yes, that's a good point. That's how people see me. Part of the body politic, part of the establishment. You think they might want something new? Yes, interesting. I must talk to my campaign strategists about that, just in case.
Just in case of what?
Oh, in the unlikely event another candidate decides to stand.
You know, if I didn't know better, I'd swear you were trying to suggest that I should put myself forward as a candidate.
Dear me, number 6, what strange ideas you have.
Excuse me, do you mind if we take a few pictures, ask a few questions, film an interview?
Oh, well,
I'll leave you to your public.
No, it's you I'm talking to, number 6.
What? What the hell do you want to talk to me about?
Perhaps you'd like to ask me about my manifesto.
We've already covered that, Mum, but number 6 is breaking news.
Breaking? What are you...
Can you confirm or deny the rumours that you're standing for the office of number 2, number 6?
Rumours?
You sly dog. You'd already registered your candidacy.
I haven't a clue what she's talking about.
Too late to deny it now, number 6.
Do I put that down as a no comment, number 6? Set up the camera. Start rolling. This is dynamite.
Rolling.
Don't point that thing at me.
I'm here now with number 6, who, if he gets his way, may soon be changing his number to 2.
This is ridiculous.
And what particular aspects of number 2's current administration do you find ridiculous, number 6?
That's not what I said.
So you're now withdrawing that claim?
There's nothing to withdraw.
When will you be releasing your manifesto?
Would you like me to smash that camera?
Fighting talk there from number 6. OK, cut there.
Cut.
This is very exciting stuff, you know. There hasn't been a second candidate in living memory.
You're telling me there have been elections here before?
Oh, yeah, but nobody else stands. This could change everything.
In what way? Nothing here ever changes.
Well, if you end up in the Green Dome, then you make all the big decisions, don't you?
You expect me to believe that? What the hell's going on?
That'll be number 2's rally. She started it early, trying to overshadow you. You've got her scared. OK, team, let's go.
On my way.
And you join us live at number 2's rally, running ahead of schedule in an attempt to draw attention away from the shock announcement of a challenging candidate, number 6.
Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for supporting me and my vision for the future. Remember, with me, you will always be free from danger, free from risk, free from outsiders, free for all.
What the hell does that even mean? Who is it?
Someone who can help.
I don't need any help.
I think you do.
You're entitled to your opinion, I suppose.
Aren't you going to let me in?
No. The door usually opens of its own accord. You must have done something to upset it.
Please,
No.
please.
Please go away.
You said you wanted to leave this place and come back and wipe it off the face of the earth.
How intriguing.
Is that going to be in your manifesto?
There is no manifesto.
I think there is. Thank you.
I didn't open it.
It must have known you wanted me to come in.
I didn't. I don't.
Call it fate, then.
Call it what you like. I don't want you to come in. Please leave.
What if you could get elected?
Here? A real election? Don't make me laugh.
Isn't it worth a try?
They're trying to trick me into it. You're trying to trick me into it.
I'm nothing to do with them.
Everyone here is to do with them.
Them? But who?
Don't you know?
No. Do you?
Have we met before?
No.
How do you think you can help?
I could be your campaign manager.
Is that what you were before you came here? A campaign manager?
I won't talk about what I did, what I was before I came here.
Your choice. But what are your qualifications?
I work in the records department at the village hall. That's how I knew what you said about escaping and wiping this place off the face of the earth. I collate files, type up reports. It's mostly mind-numbing, but your stuff never is.
What are you, my biggest fan?
The fact that someone fights back, it keeps me sane.
Thanks for the flattery, but I'd still like you to leave.
And you join us for the first of our election sessions here in front of a live studio audience. This is my 3rd election campaign here in our village. And as usual, there is only one candidate. But this time, there are explosive rumours that there's change in the air. I'm joined by number 2.
Lovely to be here, number 999.
Let's get straight to these rumours.
Oh, let's not.
I'm afraid I must insist, number 2.
I don't think you're in any position to insist. I am number 2, after all.
So you're suppressing free speech, is that it?
No, it's simply that I don't see it as my place to comment on fabricated rumors about a mystery candidate who hasn't even declared himself and probably doesn't even exist.
But he does exist. I spoke to him myself earlier today. You yourself were with him.
I think we both know that particular number certainly doesn't have the guts to stand up and be counted. He's far too surly and caught up in his own personal neuroses. No, I think that the citizens of our beautiful community here know that I will deliver what I promise. Freedom from danger, freedom from risk, freedom from outsiders, freedom for all.
I think perhaps some of our citizens might be interested in something more than just slogans.
Getting quite a roasting, isn't she?
Well, number 999, I think that everyone watching will understand that these aren't just empty slogans.
Really?
I wonder how long before we see number 999's head on a spike outside the Green Dome.
Well, yes, really. Freedom is not simply a slogan. Freedom to live in peace and harmony without fear from the malign influence of outsiders.
And who exactly are these outsiders?
Who are they? Who are they? Well, I'll tell you who they are when we find them. When we find them, we will expose them. Yes, we will expose them. Expose the outsiders. Expose the enemies of freedom, of peace, and of harmony.
And what precisely are you going to do with these outsiders once you find them?
Well, punish them, of course.
How exactly?
Well,
are we talking public executions?
No. I am not a barbarian. I am a woman of peace and harmony and freedom.
So a humanitarian form of punishment.
Precisely. We shall banish them. Yes, they will be thrown out of the village, never to be seen again. Banished.
What are you thinking?
How do I become a candidate?
Good morning, good morning, good morning. And what a very political day it is today. And our tippity-top story is the election of a new number 2. Over to our election correspondent, number 999.
After speculation last night, denials, counterclaims, and an explosively controversial interview by me with the incumbent number 2, comes the shock revelation that there will, for the first time in living memory, be a second candidate in the coming election. And that candidate, declared last night, is number 6.
Hold tight!
How did you arrange this?
Once we submitted your candidacy to the village hall, word got around and it more or less arranged itself.
And the banners with my face on? They just arranged themselves too, did they?
It's amazing what the will of the people can achieve.
Where are we heading?
Straight to the top.
I didn't mean metaphorically.
You've got a rally to attend.
And yes, we can see number 6's car heading for the main square, where we're told by his campaign manager, number 43, that he'll be making his inaugural speech as the official challenger for the office of number 2. What will his policies be? What will number 6 be offering? His opponent, the incumbent number 2, has nailed her colours to the mast. Freedom from danger. Freedom from risk. Freedom from outsiders. Freedom for all. How will 6 counter that? Will he argue for increased security, protection, safety measures, repainting of the Green Dome? These are just some of the policies that our specially selected election panel have suggested. But the proof of the pudding, as they say, will be in the eating. And yes, I believe we're about to be served the first course right about now. Yes, I can see number 6 taking to the stage. And his campaign manager, number 43, is handing him the megaphone. The anticipation here is quite electric. There's a real tingle in the air. Nothing so far, number 6 seems to be simply taking in the crowd, perhaps surveying his future kingdom, as it were. Well, this is... Well, it's actually quite extraordinary. Number 6 is saying nothing. He's just standing there with the megaphone to his mouth, looking at the crowd, and yes, he's definitely saying absolutely nothing. Let me just check if there's a technical fault. Something wrong with the megaphone, perhaps? No, I'm being told that the megaphone has been fully checked, yes, and that there is definitely nothing wrong with it. The megaphone is in full working order. Quite extraordinary scenes here in the village square. Unprecedented. Packed crowd bursting with anticipation. In fact, I'd say the anticipation is literally tangible. And number 6 is simply not saying anything. How long can this go on?
3.
Ooh, he started. This is it. Well, we thought he was starting, but it seems... it seems he's just... stopped. Quite extraordinary.
4.
And that was a second word. I think I can confirm it was 4. Or perhaps it was the number 4. I thought the first word was free, but perhaps we misheard it. Maybe this was the number 3. Is he counting? And if so, what exactly does it signify? Perhaps some sort of budgetary or financial statement? Or, maybe a reverse countdown to... well, who knows what?
All.
Wow. I think we can safely say that nobody anticipated that. Number 6, in his first public address of the election campaign, has quoted number 2's flagship slogan. This is quite extraordinary. Well, he's certainly keeping us all guessing. Number 6 has leapt off the podium and is running through the crowd. Even his campaign manager doesn't seem to know what he's doing, but he's pushing through the crowd. It's like he's running away.
What the heck is he doing? Track him! Yes?
Operations here. He's running.
Yes, I can see that.
I mean, it looks like he's running for the harbor.
What? What's he up to? Using the election as a cover for a blatant escape attempt? Oh, come now, number 6.
Shall I call Orange Alert?
What? No, I don't know. Not yet. But keep a close eye on him.
And I literally can't believe what I'm actually seeing here. Number 6 is running as fast as his legs can take him, and the crowd are following him. They love it. It's like he's suddenly become the Pied Piper of Hamelin.
Free for all! Freedom! Free for all! Freedom! Free for all! Freedom!
And yes, it looks very much like he's heading for the harbor.
Wait a minute. What's that? There's a patrol boat in the harbor. Where's the crew?
I think they're on their scheduled break, Mom. Attending the rally, apparently, I think.
Well, recall them. There's no one aboard. Number 6 could get away in that thing. He could... Orange alert.
Acknowledged. Orange alert. Orange alert.
Listen to me. Listen to me. You like number 2's slogan, don't you? Well, don't you? Well, let me say this unequivocally. So do I.
I don't understand. What are you up to, number 6?
What? What is he playing at?
Rover approaching. Rover now approaching.
Free for all! Of course, we love that slogan. Of course we do. Because we want to be free. All of us. Don't we? Yes. Free for all. Free for all. Yes, free for all. And you're all here because you want to know what my policies are, what my manifesto is going to be. Well, it's perfectly simple. My policies are number 2's policies. My manifesto is her manifesto. The only difference is she will never deliver. And I will. Look who's joining us. Is this number 2's idea of freedom? Look at it. A giant glowing ball of hate and death. Is that the face of number 2's freedom? Ready to crush, to kill anyone who dares to think they're entitled to the tiniest bit of freedom. Like, perhaps, stepping onto this boat.
He's stepping onto the boat, Mom. Shall I instruct Rover to...
No, I don't think so. Wait.
The only reason this thing doesn't strike is because all of you are here watching. But so is number 2. And she's worried about her poll ratings. Worried that you, the people, might be beginning to realize that her promises are hollow. Isn't that right, number 2?
Order Rover to withdraw.
But number 2...
Don't argue with me. Do it, now! Have you seen these poll ratings? I've just dropped 3 points. Get Rover out of there!
Fly away home, Rover. Fly away home. So, am I free now? Am I really free? Free to get into this boat and sail away home? I don't think so. The moment I got out of sight, over the horizon and far away, Rover would be back. Or the controls would be operated remotely. Or I'd discover the boat was a hologram. Whatever the trick, I'd be brought back. No freedom for me. No freedom for any of you here. We're in the village, and we'll be here for the rest of our natural lives.
I've dropped another 2 points. Oh, this isn't fair. He hasn't even got any policies of his own.
So that's the first of her policies you can forget about. There will be no freedom under this number 2. No freedom for anybody, let alone freedom for all. That pledge is a lie.
Number 6.
Ah, the press. Are they free? Or are they controlled by number 2?
You said your manifesto was just number 2's manifesto. There's a lot more in it than just free for all. What about the detail? Surely this is just a stunt.
No, number 999 has a point. And that is why I challenge number 2 to a live, televised debate in front of the whole village. Not just you, my loyal supporters. If she accepts, then we'll know the truth. I will debate the detail of all her policies with her and demonstrate conclusively how she has no intention of fulfilling even a single one of them. Do you accept, number 2? I know you're listening. Do you accept? Ah, there you are. Shall we sit outside? It's such a balmy evening.
Sure.
Would you like a drink? Yeah, I'll get us a drink. Excuse me. Won't be long.
Evening? Where's the great man?
Please, No press this evening.
Ah, of course. Completely understand. No, I just thought I'd pop by to give you the news.
What news?
Number 2's agreed to the live debate. It's tomorrow, midday. Cheerio!
One for you, and one for me.
Did you hear that?
Did I hear what?
Number 999? She just stopped by. With some news? You didn't hear what she said.
Oh, that.
Well?
Yes, I heard.
So?
Not drinking?
Are you happy? Surprised? What?
Midday, eh? High noon.
I don't get you at all.
I thought you were my biggest fan. That you'd read everything I'd ever said in this place.
What made you change your mind and stand for election? And today, that stunt about adopting TOO's policies. Why are you doing this?
I have my reasons. I'm more interested in yours.
I told you.
But you're a lowly clerk, and you find me an inspiration?
You're mocking me.
I don't trust anything in this place. Doesn't that inspire you?
Why should I trust you?
You want me to be the next number 2. Doesn't that mean you trust me?
To a point.
What point? Why are you here?
You're right. I want you to be the next number 2.
I didn't mean that. I meant, why are you in the village?
I told you. I won't speak about that.
Did you resign?
No. I ran.
From what?
Why are you asking?
I want to know who you are.
And yet you won't tell me who you are.
I'm your inspiration.
Is that what this is really about? Getting information out of me?
Interesting.
What is?
Whose story is this? Is it mine or yours?
I don't know what you mean.
Oh, the so-called election. This fiction they've created, is it for me or for you? Is it to break me, make me confess as usual? Or is it to get information from you? Who is their target? And which of us is their puppet?
Maybe it's both of us. In both roles.
Intriguing.
Are you really just going to follow number 2's policies?
Unswervingly.
And what will that achieve?
Wait and see. Good night. Be seeing you.
Good night.
Early to bed, making sure he's fresh for the fight tomorrow. But what's she up to, I wonder? What's going on in your tiny little mind, number 43? Off she goes. What a pretty little frown.
Number 43.
Number 2 here.
Yes? Hello?
Thought I might drop by for a chat. Any objections?
Well, I'm just going to bed. Is it urgent?
No, but I think it's important.
I'm not sure if it's appropriate for us to meet.
Oh, my dear number 43, this is an election, not a court case.
So you...
Good evening. Perhaps we should have a nightcap.
I'd rather not.
I'll help myself. Interesting candidate you're managing.
What do you mean by interesting?
Oh, I don't know, just making conversation. Chit-chat. You're sure you won't join me?
What?
In a nightcap?
Oh, No. I mean, yes. I'm sure. Thank you.
Oh, little lonely village hall clerk pinning her hopes on her hero hitting the big time.
I really am rather tired.
Be careful what you hope for.
Why should I be careful?
We both know you have secrets. And secrets never stay buried for long. Not here.
Look,
And you may be tired, but I don't think you'll sleep.
Oh, really?
Yes, you're far too tense for that. Coiled like a spring. By the way, what's your plan if he's elected?
When he's elected.
Oh, if only your confidence were genuine. But I see through it to your deep self-loathing, number 43.
I don't think number 6 believes this is a real election.
Yes, he is a bit of a fantasist, apparently.
Are you going to prove him right?
No one can really know the outcome of an election.
I've seen the opinion polls.
Have you now?
You're neck and neck.
Everything to play for, then.
If we continue to gain ground at this rate, your days in the Green Dome are numbered.
Oh, she's so tough, isn't she? The tough campaign manager, so tough and ruthless, showing her real colors. Isn't that right, number 43?
I really must prepare for the live debate tomorrow.
Yes, you really must. Be seeing you.
Good morning. And what a politically charged morning it is. Be sure not to miss the live television election debate between number 6 and number 2. Midday is the time. Don't miss it. And remember, all television sets will be unturn-offable during the debate to ensure maximum democratic effect.
It's open. Coffee?
Thank you. Yes, please.
Toast?
No, thanks.
Suit yourself.
You seem very calm. Feeling confident?
Of course. What did she have to say?
What?
Number 2.
Number 2?
Last night.
Oh.
I saw her heading towards your place. I followed, just to make sure. You weren't going to mention it?
I didn't see any point.
You had a private conversation with my opponent the night before our live TV debate, and you didn't see any point in telling me about it?
She was just being number 2. You know what she's like.
Like all the others?
Well, quite.
You're tense. Nervous? Worried?
Of course. It's a big day.
Shouldn't you be the calm one reassuring me?
Sorry. I've never done this sort of thing before.
Why do you think she came to see you?
Scare tactics.
She scared you?
No.
Does she have something on you? Some leverage? Some influence?
No. What?
Nothing. Shall we go?
Isn't it a bit early?
I want to meet my public. And if we get to the studio early, I can scout out the lie of the land.
You want to inspect the studio? Why?
Why not?
You think they'll let us?
Why not? This is democracy in action, isn't it? Come on.
Good morning. You join us on this historic day, the day of the first ever live election debate in the village. The countdown to midday has started. So far, there's no sign of the incumbent number 2. She hasn't been seen since work started on her traditional office in the Green Dome to turn it into the venue for this debate. The challenger, on the other hand, is up and about early, meeting his public, no doubt buoyed up by the opinion polls moving steadily in his favour. But can he consolidate this advantage, or will this live debate expose what some are calling his paucity of real ideas? Is he just a one-trick pony?
Does he really have a manifesto, or is he just capitalizing on a senseless populist desire merely to lash out at authority for no good reason, perhaps for his own cynical ends? Only time and you, the electorate, will tell. And meanwhile, the countdown continues.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Just one little query. Do we actually know when the election is?
They haven't actually announced that yet.
Of course they haven't. They didn't actually expect to have a vote. Interesting that they're using number 2's office as the studio.
Does that worry you?
No. It'll give me a chance to get used to the chair.
May we come in? Number 6 would like to, inspect the studio.
Thank you.
Number 6. Well, very early.
We want to take a look around. That's all right, isn't it?
Sure. I was going to say it's a bit unprecedented, but I suppose everything is in this election. Be my guest. We're just setting up cameras and microphones, but I'm sure no one will get in your way.
You're too kind. Now, which button to bring the chair up?
That one, I think.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Are you sure you should... Do you like it?
I like it.
Are you really just going to use number 2's policies?
Freedom. I think we all want that. And the banishing of undesirables? Seems sensible.
You're playing a dangerous game.
Is that a threat?
What?
From number 2? Is that something she said in your confidential conversation with her?
No. What? No, I didn't have any confidential conversation.
But you won't tell me what was said.
It was nothing.
Several minutes of nothing. I was watching. I could see you both through your window. You were talking. That wasn't nothing.
Look.
Getting comfortable? How does it feel, eh? The seat of power.
How are the polls?
Well, they're constantly updated and available on the TV. Haven't you seen them this morning?
No. We haven't.
Oh. Well, I think it's that button there. There we are. Making good progress, number 6.
44%, no, 45% for 6, 35% for 2, 20% don't know. I wonder what it is they don't know. Or what it is the others think they know.
Well, that's politics for you, isn't it?
Is it?
Just increased to 46%.
Impressive how they do that. How do they do that?
Could I just oust you from your seat of power for a moment, please? We've got to get a few cables round the back there.
Oh, I see.
Mustn't have you getting too comfortable there, must we? Ready for a fair fight, number 6?
In the village? Never.
How very droll. Come up with any policies of your own yet?
Worked out any promises you'll actually stick to?
Touche. I can see I'll have to be on my guard. Good morning, number 43.
Good morning.
No fighting talk from the ruthless campaign manager?
Why ruthless?
Aren't you? Perhaps I've been misinformed.
By whom?
What did they used to call you? The girl who...
Right, I'm afraid we really will have to clear you out now. The audience is arriving and we want you two out of sight so you can make your grand entrance, as it were.
When exactly is the election day? Any news on that at all?
Yes. Yes, as a matter of fact, there is news on that front.
Well, when is it?
I really do think we should get out of their way, don't you?
It's precisely midday. The countdown is over. Welcome to the live election debate. Live in front of a live audience. Thank you. Here we are at the very seat of power in our village. Number 2's office, where he or she governs all the affairs of state. We have something of a surprise for our 2 candidates. We've installed an extra chair so both of them can debate on an equal footing. For the incumbent number 2, it'll mean she'll feel perhaps secure. But for the challenger number 6, it will mean perhaps a sense of anticipation of what might well come to pass. And so, without further ado, let me introduce to you your candidates. First, the current number 2.
Thank you. Thanks.
And the challenger, number 6.
Thank you. Thank you. You're too kind. Thank you. Thank you. Please. That's enough. Thank you. You're too kind.
And so, to the debate. Number 2.
Good afternoon.
Let's start with you.
Oh, how kind.
That was quite a welcome for number 6, wasn't it?
Well, quite a small audience, though.
A carefully selected cross-section from the village.
Well, very impressive. I can understand the attraction of something new, but has he really got any substance?
Well, that's what we hope to find out. Number 6, have you any substance?
Oh, I'm real. I'm a person. Does that count here?
Oh, really, number 6? To win this election, you're gonna have to do more than simply pose esoteric questions.
All right, then perhaps you could answer this question. How can you be standing for freedom when everything that happens here is designed to rob people of their freedom?
On the contrary, number 6, what we're doing here is all about freedom. Freedom of thought.
But only if they're your thoughts.
Freedom of speech.
To say what you think.
I'm sorry, but is he going to keep interrupting me like this all the time?
Number 6, perhaps you would allow...
Number 2, to spout her nonsense. Haven't we all been listening to that kind of thing for far, far too long? From her and her predecessors. And where are they all now? Were they elected? Deselected? This whole election is a farce. Just another clever fiction designed to...
To break you, number 6? Is that it?
Well, isn't it?
You look a little tense. Be quiet. I'm listening. You're a man on the ropes, is he? Is there a plan B? I don't know what you're talking about.
Out of the way, please.
Sorry?
You're standing on a camera cable.
Oh, sorry.
His own benefit.
And your poll rating has just fallen back to 44%, number 6.
Are we really supposed to believe those figures mean anything?
Seems number 6 isn't concerned with the voting intentions of our loyal citizens.
I'm more concerned with your assertion that you'll banish all undesirables.
A policy you support.
So, where were you intending to send them?
Back to where they came from. Yes, we don't want them here spreading their poison.
And the poll ratings have now evened out 40% each, with 20% don't knows.
I, for one, am with the don't knows. I don't know how a regime dedicated to incarceration and coercion would be willing to send people back to where they came from. Everything here is designed to prevent escape, to keep us here, all of you. You're all prisoners, aren't you? Well, aren't you?
And number 6's rating is rising again, up to 43%.
Or perhaps not all of you. Which of you are the prisoners and which the warders? Look carefully at the person sitting next to you. In this village, no one is who they seem to be. Even my campaign manager, number 43.
What exactly are you saying, number 6?
I'm saying that she had a secret conference with number 2 last night. But perhaps she has some hold on her. Perhaps she's working for her. How can I trust her?
Oh, the man's completely paranoid. He should be pitied, not voted for.
And number 6 is down to 42%.
How can we trust anyone in a community that fosters and encourages paranoia and treachery and won't even tell us when the polling day actually is?
Oh, and number 6 now rising to 45% again.
You really want to know?
Of course. Why wouldn't we?
It's today. The election is here and now.
What are you talking about?
Those poll ratings. The election will be decided on those, on the true intentions of everyone here in this studio and everyone watching.
But how are they registering their opinions? What's driving that high-tech tachometer? Ask yourselves that. Do they have access to your thoughts? Have they put something in our minds? Are they tapping into our very souls? Or is that information on the screen up there, on all your unturn-offable screens, is that just fake? Fake statistics? Cooked up to make you believe that what you think actually makes a difference here?
Oh, see how he mocks the whole democratic process. See how he doesn't care about anything except his own paranoid conspiracy theories.
This whole place is just smoke and mirrors. And where there is smoke, there is fire. A fire that's burning freedom of thought, freedom of mind, freedom itself. All of it incinerated by that fire.
Good afternoon, good afternoon. And here is some terrible, terrible news as we go over live to number 999.
What the hell's going on?
Number 6! 6! Are you all right? You two, with me now!
Number 2 has been assassinated. The shot was fired during a live TV debate with the challenging candidate number 6. Details are sketchy at the moment, but it seems that a firearm was stolen from the Village Rifle Association, and one of 6's enthusiastic supporters took it upon him or herself to short-circuit the democratic process. And in a bizarre twist of fate, that's exactly what they've achieved. With the Constitution in crisis and the absence of any other candidate, the challenger number 6 automatically wins the election. Number 6 is now number 2.
Number 6 is number 2. Number 6 is number 2. Number 6 is number 2. Number 6 is number 2. Number 6 is number 2.
Hello, it's Wednesday, the 7th of August, 2019, and this is day 3 of The Prisoner Series 3. And we're mostly doing the first episode, Free for All, today, and 2 new actors, new to me, Lorelei King and Jennifer Healy. And Jerry's just coming into the studio. I've also got 2 lovely guests here with me today. I've got Ian and Barbara. Ian won a big Finnish competition, didn't you, Ian?
Yes, I did.
And Barbara's come along for the ride. And they'll be here. You may hear them talking in the background. Who knows? It's all very exciting.
Is all the vocabulary all right for you, Lorelei, for the accent? If there's anything that you feel doesn't fit with the accent, then we can alter it. I wonder about the of course, of course.
Of course. Of course. It's a repetition, I think, that's... Well, of course. Yeah, I think it's a repetition that isn't quite right. Yeah.
So you would want to just say, well, of course, yeah.
My name is Lorelei King, and I play number 2.
What's your impression of The Prisoner generally, your knowledge of it?
I had very little knowledge of it until I came to do this, and so I kind of binge-watched it on YouTube. I mean, I sort of knew of it. I told a story. I have like an exercise ball in my house that kind of rolls around where it wants to go. And one evening, a girlfriend of mine rolled herself in the room on the ball saying, "I am not a number." And I said, I thought she had a stroke or something. I was just like, and then she explained to me. So I knew a little bit about this number name kind of thing, but I watched it recently, and it's just the look of it, everything kind of, the style really grabbed me. So now I know more.
And how did this, when you got the script, how did that compare with it?
I think there were a lot of commonalities, but the style of this is very different. It's much more modern. The references, although it's a devised world, the references feel more modern. It feels more like the way we live today. But in other ways, I think it feels the same as the TV series.
Tell me about your part, number 2.
Yeah, she's an interesting character. She's a typical politician in some ways. She's got all the sound bites, all the things, and yet she's got a kind of, like a lot of the number 2s I've noticed, there's this mysterious, always this feeling she knows something that the rest of us don't know. And but one thing is she seems very easily flummoxed. She's a little more not as controlled maybe as some of the other 2s, and she can be thrown quite easily. So she's an interesting combination of narcissism, vulnerability, and evil. I did see a lot of references that I recognized that you could say have to do with the current political climate in America. Very subversively done. And they start the VRA, the Village Rifle Association, which reminds me of another organization I can't quite think. But and I guess in a way she's bringing these guns, and in a controlled way, of course, into this world.
Now, I hope you don't mind. Some people have suggested to me that you have a title like the Queen of Audio.
Oh, bless!
Because you've done a lot and you're very skilled in it. You know, what is it about audio that has attracted you and excites you?
The thing that excites me most is that you don't have to get your roots of your hair done that often, and you can sometimes do it in your pajamas. No, I love it because you have a chance. Mostly, the reason I love voice work is you have a versatility you don't when doing visual work, because I can play like a 7-year-old child, or I've even played an old man. And that kind of range you would never get in theater, film, or television if you appeared on screen. So that's what I love about it.
And in a way, you're using the full range of your instrument, aren't you? Your vocal instrument. You have to use all the notes to channel the characterization through the voice.
Well, that sounds very fancy.
Yeah, well,
but yes, I think I'm going to be very intelligent and just say yes. Why, yes, that's exactly
That wasn't the question, was it? I was just a statement. I was asking for affirmation.
Yes.
What's been your highlight of the day?
Today? Today, well, it's always a joy to see the people I work with. And I met some new people today, incredibly talented, and that's always fun. But it was fun because we had visitors to the studio today. There was someone who won a competition. And I think when you have I'll call it an outside audience, like Ian and his mother, Barbara, who were here today, it gives you a little lift because it brings that element of performance to it. So I think that was kind of super fun.
Hello, my name is Ian Branch. I'm the very fortunate winner of winning the prisoner competition.
You've been here for a whole morning. What's your experience been like?
I'm absolutely in awe of the experience and class acting that I'm seeing in how they're able to interpret it from the script straight to audio, the character of the person that they're playing.
Is this pretty much the way you expected it to be?
And more. The kindness and welcoming people that I'm coming across here, this is by far in excess of what I expected.
What number, please?
The number of this place is 6.
What is your number?
There's something wrong with my television. Get me the maintenance department.
What is wrong with your television, number 6?
It won't stay switched off.
You mustn't switch off your television.
Why not?
Switching off your television is not good for democracy.
Day 3 of The Prisoner. And today we've had Lorelei King playing playing a good old number 2. And we've got Genevieve Gaunt and Jennifer Healy playing number 43. Again, as yesterday, and Jennifer is playing the village voice, stepping in to replace the previously unreplaceable Helen Goldwyn.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Healy, and I'm playing the village voice and operations controller. Well, the village voice is a very ominous presence within the village. An artificial cheerfulness that comes down upon the villagers and orders them about their daily tasks.
Now, we had a phone conversation, didn't we?
We did.
This? And I asked you if you knew anything about The Prisoner.
Well, obviously I knew that it was filmed at Port Merion, but I knew that Fenella Fielding famously played the part of the village voice. She didn't actually get credit for it, though, and I love Fenella Fielding.
I mean, because I saw a clip of you. I didn't see the clip. I saw the programme about the Duke of Wellington, and you were playing the Duke of Wellington's mistress.
I was.
And I remember just making a note of it, or waiting till the end of the programme to make a note of your name, because I thought, that's really an interesting voice, and this sounds like Fenella Fielding. Now, we already had someone playing the village voice, but when it turned out she couldn't do it, I just went straight to... But that's been said to you before, I believe.
Yeah. No, it was very fortuitous. Thank you very much. But it has, yeah. I did a show last summer, and all summer long, every other day, I'd get audience members coming up to me saying, you just reminded me of Fenella Fielding. Do you know Fenella Fielding? I'm like, and by the end of the summer, actually, I got her autobiography and read, Do You Mind If I Smoke? Very interesting lady.
Yeah. I met her. I actually travelled in a minibus from London to Port Merion with her for a prisoner convention. She was very, very old. But yes.
I think I read the article about, because it was only that once that she went to Port Merion to visit the set. She never went during filming. No, she just did it in a studio in London, apparently all in one day, done, that was it. And then never managed to get round to going up there, and only watched a couple of episodes of it as well, because she was so in demand.
Such a remark.
Always working.
I was thinking that she would sound like Helen for purposes of continuity, but the minute she opened her mouth in the booth where she was standing, I thought, oh, that's fantastic. She's got that crack in her voice, that sort of kittenish crackle. Yes, fantastic.
So, Genevieve, your second day on this series, but second and final day, isn't it?
Yes, my second and final day. It's been fantastic. Honestly, it gets better and better. It really does. We've actually recorded in reverse order, really. So we've gone back to 3-1. So I started with the final stage of my character and her breakdown, and we've gone back to the beginning, so changing the voice, making it slightly girlier, and showing that beginning of the character was really cool.
Yeah, sorry we had to do it in reverse order, but it was a bit of an adjustment to make, wasn't it?
No, I quite like it. It's fun.
Hello, my name is Alicia Ambrose-Bailey, and I am playing the journalist. The Prisoner to me means watching reruns when I was at university with my boyfriend, who was a very big fan. He was obsessed with it, so we used to watch it together, and it's sort of like a nice 1960s-y little turtlenecky thing to watch. It's a really it's a comforting watch, you know, when there's reruns on, you're like, oh yeah, I know this. I don't know, this feels like a different kind of era. This feels more modern, fresher, like it's the same village. You know, like how Bond in the 60s is different to Bond now. It feels like a newer, up-to-date prisoner, especially because the subject matter is very, in this particular episode, is quite relevant to what's happening in real life now. So it's satirical, up to date. There's not anachronistic things in it that you wouldn't understand.
What was your highlight of the day?
Ooh, I mean, you can't go wrong with Mark's high voices that he was doing there.
In the Wild Tracks.
Yeah, in the Wild Tracks.
Mark is, I have to say, I was dismayed and very amused by how quickly he relished doing a little high voice.
What's the matter?
He's an absolute sweetheart.
Somebody snuck in a Roger Moore. I don't know, you might have to listen out for that. There was a little Roger Moore.
That's going to be Barnaby, surely.
That was Barnaby, and I think he also put in a Pikachu, I think, in there as well. So those are some Easter eggs for you there to listen out for. Pikachu and Roger Moore, starring in The Prisoner. You heard it here first.
Honestly, it's such fun. I mean, I can't believe this is a job, you know? We just have such a ball, and because we're all so relaxed, I think it makes us even, makes us better.
I agree.
Yeah.
We ended the day, as usual, doing lots of Wild Tracks, which is always one of my favourites.
Yes, you just get better and better.
And, yes, it's been good fun today.
Day 3 and the village shopkeeper. So, a great pleasure. Both the village shopkeeper and the butler on one day. I couldn't have been happier. And obviously working with Lorelei. I mean, Lorelei is just amazing. And it's such an unusual number 2 as well, because there's always a number 2. They're always smug. They're always confident. They're always smooth. And so you kind of get that. But this is a number 2 who it doesn't go the way number 2 wants it to go. And not just in, the prisoner's escaped or something like that, but everything starts to go wrong. I think it's a brilliantly written character, and she's so good at that kind of pitching. I love there are lots of bits in it where her world is beginning to crumble, but she's holding it together, but also going. So that was great, and everyone's sort of fun. So a very, very fun day. I love the new Village voice, love Helen Goldwyn, but love the new one as well. So a really fun day.
That's it, isn't it?
Yeah, and just sorry about my wild tracks.
You and Mark.
So just to let people know. Generally, when you want to bulk out a wild track, you do a normal sort of and then you do a kind of low, and then you normally do kind of high. Only when you say high to Mark Elsop, he just goes. It's like working with one of the gremlins.
Yeah, but you did do Pikachu.
I did do Pikachu, but that was only in competition with Mark.
Yeah, you see, it just makes everyone behave. And Roger Moore, did you do a Roger Moore?
I'm afraid I did do Roger Moore.
You were dobbed in by Alicia.
Did she? She's got good ears.
Yeah, ears.
When you said low, I was just going, well, of course, and one of the things I like to do, and was Roger Moore just appearing there in the village. I remember being a spy. Bless him. Aww. So, a lovely day. Looking forward to day number 4.